After 2.5 years in North America, we arrived in South America about 2.5 months ago. We are in Ecuador and constantly blown away by its breathtaking nature, including this video. We venture deep into the cloud forest, spot the most amazing birds, and have an unexpected encounter with a family of Andean bears. We also cross the equator into the southern hemisphere, and that is not just a milestone, but also a moment of reflection of how we live our lives. We are family everywhere. More than 4 years ago, we chose a slower life with more time for each other. We traded our house for the world, and after exploring Europe and North America, we are now traveling through South America. Join us on an incredible journey to the southernmost tip of Argentina and to the most beautiful places in the world.
En is het lekker water? Good morning. If I look on my phone now, I see that we are now on coordinate 0.00715. So we are almost going from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. That's a big milestone. Last night we slept here on the parking lot of this thermal swimming pool. So yesterday we really had a good time in the warm pools. And now we are going to the equator. Gaan we naar de evenaar?
Ja!
Ja! Gaan we nu naar de Zuidpool?
Ja!
Bijna gaan we er overheen. Kijk, hier is de equatorlijn. Zie je dat bordje daar? Zie je daar een lijntje met 0,0 staan?
Ja!
Oké, daar gaan we. 1, 2, 3. We zijn er overheen! Nu op naar de Zuidpool.
Ja! En naar de pinguïn!
En naar de pinguïns. First we go to the real equator and next we go to the tourist one, which is not even exactly on the equator.
The first baseline. This blue line, you can see it. You always see the sun 60 degrees to the north. Or...
Zie je, 0,00008. Laten we lopen naar de lijn. Laten we naar de lijn lopen. Ja, het duurt soms eventjes voordat ik... Oh kijk, 4, 3. 3. Kijk dames. 0,000000.
Ja!
Precies op het midden van de aarde.
En als we nu deze kant op gaan...
Dan blijft het zoals het goed is.
Als het goed is, blijft het dan. Voor de hele lijn lopen.
Ja, dan.
Ja, met je ene been zo. Dus met je ene been ga je naar Antarctica en de andere ga je naar de Noordpool. Ga jij, laat mama staan. Hè?
Ik wil lekker nu.
In the past few weeks, we kept wondering why Ecuador is actually called Ecuador or Equator. After all, the equator runs around the whole planet. So why is this country specifically named after it? The answer is surprisingly simple. Just grab a world map. The equator mainly crosses through rainforests, like in Africa, Indonesia and Brazil. But because of Ecuador's mountains and open plains, it was the only place in the 18th century where the equator could be measured precisely. Twice a year the sun shines directly overhead at the equator, with no shadow, on March 21st and September 21st. That is because on these days the sun moves exactly from east to west. For half the year the sun shifts northward and the shadows move south. The other half hits the opposite.
Nederland. Hollanda staat er. Oh. Hollanda. Zie je? Dus Mini die ging. Daar gaan we. Gaan jullie achter me op de boot?
Ja.
Oké. Daar gaan we. Daar gaan we met Mini. Daar gaan we. Hier heb ik Mini opgehaald. En weet je hoe we toen gingen?
Nee.
We gingen zo. Hier gingen we bijna. Hier, Verliezen, Guatemala, Salvador, Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, Ecuador. Hier zijn we nu. Kijk eens hoe ver dat we zijn geweest. Kijk eens naar die kant, hoe ver we zijn. En nu, waar gaan we nu naartoe? Gaan we naar? Ja, gaan we eerst naar beneden.
Naar beneden.
Zullen we naar beneden gaan? gaan we eerst zo.
Hopelijk nou.
En naar Antarctica. En dit is rond en niet rechthoekig. Hetzelfde dat hier, ook hier Alaska en Canada, ziet er veel groter uit dan dat het eigenlijk is.
Hier, dan zien we nog een deel van de sterren.
The equator may just be an imaginary line, but to us it became much more. It made us reflect, but more on that later. First we head towards Mito del Mundo, the touristy equator monument, and park at the edge of a park. And to our surprise we run into a French family we have been in touch with for a while. What a coincidence. But they are not around, so we visit first a nearby museum. That museum turned out to be both fascinating and educational. Even the small tricks and demonstrations, like the one where water supposedly spins the other way in the southern hemisphere, were fun to experience. This effect isn't actually visible on the equator itself, but with a little help, the illusion works.
And when you wait now 5 minutes, because now it's already turning.
I'm gonna tell you
would
why,
it
yeah?
change?
Yep, it's gonna change. Support your wrists on the bottom, right here, just to avoid the natural shake of your body. Move the nail and just using micro movements, little by little, try to correct the angular position of the nail.
Doe papa maar niet aanraken. Nu wilde niet afgaan voor al die mensen dat het hem niet lukt. So that is the problem, the chin. Because when you do this is okay. Or if your head shot up. The head is the problem.
That is harder, man.
Good morning! We didn't visit the touristic equator yet. We're first going to make a side trip to Quito. We are already here for 3 nights, I think. We are having a lot of fun with this French family. And they are here already for a week because they had some problems with the truck. Luckily it's fixed now. But they found out that it is really easy to visit Quito from here with the bus. An hour with the bus, and that costs $1.80 for the whole family. So today together we take the bus and we go to explore Quito. Come on, Ika.
We paid just $2.70 for all 10 of us. In Quito, we mostly had a great time together, because the city itself, aside from the stunning cathedral, didn't really grab us. But the week we spent with the French family definitely did. They have been traveling for a long time too. They are now in South America for over 2.5 years with their 2 sons aged 8 and 9 and 2 daughters aged 12 and 14.
We're making a film.
Daar gaat ze! Bye bye! Au revoir! Au revoir! Nederlandse vlag? 9.575 kilometer hier vandaan is Nederland.
A week later than planned, we finally visit the touristic Equator monument. Back in the 18th century, the French marked several points they believed to be the equator. But of course, technology back then wasn't as precise, and there can be a difference of hundreds of meters. Eventually, one of those spots was chosen as the official Equator monument. Even though it was interesting and fun, it felt a bit strange. Nowhere, not a single sign mentions that the actual equator is 400 meters away. Most tourists think they are standing with one foot in the northern and the other in the southern hemisphere. And yes, in that time, people truly believed this was the equator, which is fine, but still, we think that this important fact could have been included somewhere.
Hey, kijk eens hoe laat het is. Wat zegt de klok?
11:30.
11:30. Nou, kijk eens hier op mijn telefoon. Hoe laat is het? 11:30. De klok zegt ook 11:30 hier.
Mama, en ik wil gewoon op een blaadje gewoon een zonneklok zelf maken.
The equator, a milestone. But I must say last week was more about awareness of that we are very happy to live this way of living or learning because naturally we got to talk about the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, the earth, the moon, the sun, how it turns and how it affects the seasons. For one person, children knew. For the other one, it was more freshening up of theories, but it's so cool to, dive in that together. At the end, we stayed for 7 days on this parking lot, and now we are moving on to Mindo. And Mindo is the rainforest, cloud forest even. So I would say stick around, and we will take you to Mindo.
It's only about a 70-kilometer drive to Mindo. But really, it's not about Mindo itself. We have heard the town isn't that exciting. Mindo mainly serves as the base for visiting the cloud forest and spotting birds. So we stopped before reaching the town in San Tadeo, a place we have heard lots of enthusiastic stories about.
Oh wauw, kijk eens wat een mooie. Die is
Paarse
mooi.
bloemetjes erbij.
Vicky?
Op je hand zo? Nee, op je hand.
Zo. Hou maar een beetje voor je nou. Papa, daar zit hij al. Oh, Nienke.
Ja.
Oh, ik was net te laat met filmen. Kijk, komt hij bij Nienke. En dan naar papa. Wow, cool man. Nienke. Die is mooi. Wow.
Maar dit is een goede school over kolibries.
Het is een hele goede school over kolibries. Er zit er nu heel veel bij jullie. Ja, inderdaad. Oh, nog eentje.
Oh, dan komt de andere Nienke dan.
Ah, daar zit die Nienke. Nienke zijn kop. Oh, daar komt hij. Hé, daar zag hij. Wow, dat is een mooi paars, Nienke. Zag je hem? Cool. Daar komt hij nog eens. Wauw. Daar komt hij weer. Hey Carlijn. Cool hè?
The next morning, we leave the paved road behind and drive into the cloud forest on a narrow path. We are heading to the Bella Vista Lodge, another place recommended by fellow long-term travelers. And what a place!
Hé dames, wat hopen wij te zien? Beren. Er is dus gewoon een familie beren en die zitten hier altijd in de boom. Hè? Nee, niet rennen, niet rennen, niet rennen, niet rennen. Kijk, daar zaten de beren al, die schrokken van ons.
And they scared us. Seriously, we haven't even gone 100 meters, and there they were. Not up in the trees, but right there in the compost.
Die zit toch in de boom.
While they calmly continued eating, we decided not to take that path, but the one that runs parallel just a bit higher. A mother bear with her 2 cubs. That encounter was already quite the thrill, but what happened next was even more intense. Just as we are about to walk further, we suddenly come face to face with a male bear. No joke, we have been to Canada, to Alaska, where we were prepared and alert for bears, which we actually never encountered while hiking. But here in Ecuador, we have never expected this.
Ja, mooi hè? Kijk vooral hier, moet je kijken. Hier deze.
Back at the lodge, someone immediately approached us. There was a bear in the tree right across from the viewing platform. And guess which bear? Yep, the same male. At that moment, we didn't realize how lucky we were to have seen all these bears. We later sent 2 other travelers to Bella Vista Lodge, and they didn't see a single one. Turns out, in the weeks after our visit, the bears were no longer spotted at all. And we didn't even come here for bears. We had already seen the elusive Andean bear in a beautiful canyon from our previous video.
Zo, die is snel.
The alarm goes off before 6 a.m. It's time to get up, because the reason we came here are the birds. And right next to our camper, the show has already begun.
Kijk, dit hebben we ook gewonnen. Een
Wauw,
orchidee.
een orchidee, prachtig. We found ourselves a really nice spot. I already pinned this place down a while ago after I saw two travelers sharing about it on their socials, and I must say it met its expectations. Really amazing, those bears yesterday, and we didn't even expect those, but also the birds this morning. And then this guide comes with a couple because here are amazing birds to see, so then you know you find a really nice spot. I must say that we pay more than we usually do for spending the night somewhere. We pay $10 a person, $5 for the kids, so $30 a night. But if we would have stayed here in the lodge with the four of us, it would be at least 10 times the price. So we did find a really nice spot.
In het bos. Er zijn wel beren. Gisteren was ik er echt super hard van geschrokken. Nu hebben we berenspray mee, want ik vind het nu nog enger dan ervoor. Maar ik had niet verwacht dat die gewoon uit de compost eten en dat die niet zo mensen eten. We lopen, maar we gaan vandaag heel veel klimmen. En dat is leuk voor mij. Ik hou van klimmen. Het is echt super cool hier. We hebben gisteren zijn wij gaan slapen en papa heeft nog een super cool dier gezien. En daar hebben wij filmpjes van gekeken. Misschien heb je ze al gezien, maar misschien ook niet. Hier is het echt zo mooi. Er zijn veel bloemen en die kanijn komt razendsnel langs. Het zijn verschillende kleuren bladeren op de grond. En veel meer dingen. Massa op de bomen en planten en...
Today we are heading deeper into the forest. Yesterday someone explained a route to us, with beautiful views and more chances to see wildlife. We don't actually see any animals, but that's okay. Bella Vista Lodge was a fantastic adventure either way.
Oeh. Oh jee.
Super cool.
Dit is nog eens een dikke boom, hè?
Dit is een dikke
cool.
boom. Nee, hou je hand ernaast. Dus kijk, nee, gewoon
deze
qua
stok.
grootte.
Deze stok.
Even dik.
Als je hem uit zou strijken, zou de stok net zo lang zijn als de boom.
Still processing it all, we drive back through the magical cloud forest to civilization. We return to Mito del Mundo and meet up with the French family again. Then we continue southward, first into the Amazon, then back into the mountains. We are in for many more adventures. But something else is happening too. We feel like something has shifted in our traveling life, but that story is for the next video. Did you enjoy the cloud forest as much as we did? give us a thumbs up and let us know what you thought in the comments. Feel free to share the video with friends, family, or anyone who might want to travel along with us through South America. It really helps us reach more people with our videos. Thanks for watching and see you next week.